Hello and welcome to EdTech Pancakes, a podcast by DreamApply about education technology, admissions, student recruitment. I'm your host, Razmik Sargsyan, and in this episode, we travel to Paris, and our special guest is Isidora Andjus. She is a senior talent acquisition advisor at École Polytechnique, and École Polytechnique is one of our latest partners in France. Isidora has a very unique role in terms of her student recruitment activities, and her educational institution is also very unique. So I'm very excited to get to interview Isidora. Thank you so much for making time for this, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Razmik. Thank you very much. Really, it's a great opportunity for me, and happy to start the beginning of the week with you and yeah, exchanging with you.
Beautiful. Well, tell us a little bit about your journey. What is it that made you gravitate to working in higher education?
So eventually, I think this answer is not that typical, but I just came up, in education by chance, spontaneously. I invested a lot in my education, my personal education. I studied in Nantes, in Berlin, in Italy, Padova, Bologna. Education was really a big value for me, and a sector in which I believe a lot. Actually, it's through a friend that I entered the sector of education in my career, who told me eventually we are recruiting. Would you like to, just take a chance and get the interviews? And I was obviously very excited. So I passed all the interviews. That was in summer 2022. And it passed great, and I entered this grande école, one of the, yes, grande école of France, the École Polytechnique, the best engineering school in France. And I started working in the recruitment, as you said, talent acquisition part and the program advisor, meaning that I'm responsible for the recruitment of our candidates, and also when it comes to developing the program, promoting the program, etc. Maybe just some words on where do I work concretely, in which program. So it's a continuous training. It's called Executive Master. It's a degree program of École Polytechnique, dedicated to directors, leaders, executives. And the content is on technology, new technologies, innovation, and management. So it's been 3 years and a half that I'm in this sector and this position. I was promoted last year as a senior talent acquisition. So yeah, education is always an exciting sector, very enriching, and I really love what I do.
Beautiful. Tell us a little bit about Polytechnique as well. What do you think makes it a unique educational institution, and why should maybe potential candidates consider it?
Yeah. So as I said, it's the Grande École, yeah, one of the most famous universities in France dedicated to engineers. It's very difficult to enter this school. More purposely speaking on concretely on the cycle ingénieur, which is the engineering cycle, very prestigious one. The school was created in was founded in 1794 by Napoleon, and we are in the south of Paris, in the what we call the Plateau Saclay, which is the French Silicon Valley. How do we call it? It before previously it was actually in Paris in a very antique building in the fifth arrondissement. But now, yeah, we are in Palaiseau, south of Paris, as I said, and it's a huge campus. Many buildings, dormitories for students, sport, courts. There are like 40 sports at École Polytechnique. And there is an X Innovation Center that's like a building incubator for startups, for the startups that are incubated at École Polytechnique. You can also do like horse riding. I mean, there are so many opportunities. There is also a swimming pool. Um, there are 23 labs. And everything is obviously through a scientific spectrum background of, technology, engineering, and I would say through a business perspective. And that's really the key words that resonate with our executive master program. Because we, as I said, study technologies and innovation for business in order to understand how to develop business, how to develop the entrepreneurial spirits of our candidates. So it's really a hub of innovation and science, I would say, not only of Paris but France as well.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. And tell us also a little bit about your area of work, your area of responsibility, and how does your day-to-day work look like? What are the primary challenges that you have to deal with?
Yeah. So when I open my eyes, I go to Salesforce, which is our CRM, tool, and I get to see all the new leads, people who went to our website, people who downloaded our brochure, and then I do analysis of these leads. And with my colleague, we see if we are going to pursue an interview with them, propose them an interview, or invite them to our events. So the main part of my job is mainly conducting interviews, personalized interviews with the candidates who are potentially interested to join the program. And I'm doing the pre-selection of these candidates, analyzing the profiles, their training project, their career, motivation, in order to see if these candidates have the chance to join the program or not. So me and myself, I provide them with the access for the application online, but not all people get the access. So this is really a huge first filter of the selection process. And if they enter the selection process, I accompany these candidates throughout the whole process. And this is one part, and the second part is, as I said, the development of the program, the promotion of the program, participating in events where we, speak about the program, try to recruit. Definitely, we have webinars, presentation webinars of our program, the physical information sessions, where we always invite our alumni to come to speak, testimony their experience, how did they, live the executive master experience. And moreover, I participate also in the fairs abroad, MBA fairs, where we again have our stand and speak about our program and communicate the existence of our program and try to recruit the candidates. So yes, I would say it's these main two aspects. So it's always, we have the rolling admissions during the whole year. So we try to recruit as much as we can. But our cohorts are small size cohorts, human scale, like maximum 36 participants. So we are really doing the quality pre-selection filter because we have to do with really a niche, I would say, public, So as I said, executives, C-level people, which have like approximately 17, 18 years of professional experience. And maybe what I really like about this job is that I exchange with these people who are extremely enriching for me myself, who stimulate me, who inspire me, and from whom I really can learn a lot.
Beautiful. And it's funny you mentioned that you start your day with Salesforce. As you know, DreamApply has many integrations because our client educational institutions have a lot of needs beyond admissions. So Salesforce is actually one of the integrations.
Yeah,
So it's
true.
completely compatible with DreamApply. And I love that what you shared about essentially your work is and the way I understood it is to make sure that you have qualified applicants, which is
Yeah,
so
definitely.
important for educational institutions. A lot of people may believe that the goal is just to increase the number of applications or clicks or landing page visits, but this is something that we are very passionate about. It's all about having more qualified real applicants, not just chasing vanity metrics. So thank you for sharing that. And both your profile and your work is very international. So I want to ask you about admissions in general, or student recruitment in general, and international student recruitment more specifically. Share a little bit about the differences. And for someone who's working with international student recruitment, what
Mhm.
are some mistakes you would advise them to beware of?
Oh, wow. Interesting. So, for me, I would say mainly the international recruitment is a big challenge. Uh, the institution, École Polytechnique, and our program is mainly known in France. I get conscious of that mainly when I go to these fairs abroad, where I have a huge um, competitiveness, different MBAs from very prestigious schools. And you have to convince the candidates that your program is the best one and that I should come to France, not in Paris, in south of Paris, So, I mean, it's a different context. But eventually, we have also international partners. We have 3 modules that take place abroad. So, I mean, we have this international aspect, presence. But however, yes, I think that that's really the difficulty for me, to difficulty. I would say the big challenge to convince, I would say, a person, a candidate, which has, who has different programs during one fair to come to me and to come to our program and to make him or her understand the uniqueness of our program, not because I mean it's France or another country, but what we offer, it's unique and special when it comes to the content in comparison to other programs. So I'm the one, as I said, responsible for the international presence and the international recruitment of our program, and I'm very aware of the difficulties, challenges, but I'm so happy at the end when I manage to, accompany, pre-select, and eventually see the candidate coming from, different angles of the world admitted to the program. So for me, that's a really a big satisfaction. And yeah, you were saying what is the biggest mistake? Yeah,
Yeah,
which
what are some mistakes that come to mind that you would recommend to avoid in your line of work?
yeah, I would say definitely the importance of having the fluid selection process. I would say that's a pre-requirement because we definitely had some mistakes. We had some candidates who were blocked because some tools weren't functioning, etc. That's where DreamApply today helps us a lot. Because I mean, we can speak about it a little bit after, but definitely I see how the platform is friendly, user oriented, and gives really the motivation for the candidate to apply. So, especially as I said, my niche public, these kind of people don't have a lot of time. So everything has to be perfect, straightforward, clear. And moreover, what is also very important in our process is the personalization of the whole, recruiting life cycle, I would say. Because we carry out these interviews, personalized interviews, where we advise each candidate so they feel really accompanied and special. And they're not just, like, I would say, a number, but the much more, So I think these are some kind of aspects that are important, maybe mainly for us, which we are doing good, I think. So we are not making mistakes, but definitely DreamApply was a revolution for us, which is already helping us, and I imagine it can help us also in the future. But maybe I was just, I'm speaking a lot, I know. I would just like to add, because you were saying the international recruitment admissions. I was just put accent on saying the for me, having through thinking about all my journey, international path, career, education, the five languages that I speak, etc. For me, the international presence aspect and the recruitment is essential. Uh, because if we don't have the diversity of cultures, of languages, of sectors, we are lost. So I mean that's what gives the big plus and a value in education in each program, I feel. So I myself know what does it mean to be like a foreigner. I don't like this term. When I studied in Italy, as I said, Berlin, Nantes, etc. So I think that's something that we really have to put forward and continue creating bridges and promoting the cultural diversity. Because yeah, if not, we're just going in the mono direction, and we can't learn a lot in that sense.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Let's tackle this from another angle.
Yeah.
For someone that works with international student recruitment, what are some values or qualities that you think they have to cultivate within themselves to be an effective international student recruiter?
Hmm. Interesting as a question. I think that open-mindedness is the first big pre-requirement. Uh, Being sensitive to some problems, some difficulties an international profile can have in comparison, for example, in my case, to the French profile. And being, yeah, as I said, present, maybe even more to reassure, to accompany this candidate and facilitate definitely the joining of the program, the entrance of the program. When it comes to all the logistics aspect, practical accommodation, etc. Not to speak about, visa, etc., the administrative part. We do not deal with that part, but I mean, I'm also speaking about myself when I was, a student, the difficulties that I had. But I would say, yeah, definitely this open-mindedness, um, and trying to put yourself in the shoes, of this profile of this person, and yes, being there for that person.
That's beautiful. I couldn't agree more. And you mentioned DreamApply, so let's talk a little bit about that as well. And
Yeah,
for our listeners, for the consideration of our listeners, I know École Polytechnique has been using DreamApply software only for a few months, so bear that in mind. But
yeah.
tell us a little bit how the need for a tool like DreamApply came to be, and what was it that made you gravitate to it to begin with?
Yeah. So actually, we started benchmarking different tools, the platform tool, application platform tools, because we wanted to have a more friendly user tool, definitely more straightforward, easier for candidates to apply, and just to have everything in one place, So we started exchanging with different softwares, platforms, and eventually wanted to pursue with DreamApply. That was back in like 3 months ago. No, more, because then with all the development part started. But yeah, so we decided to continue with DreamApply. We passed through the whole development project work with Jonathan. That was a really great experience. And we eventually managed to customize everything on our need, on what we needed. Everything was possible to just produce it in the platform. And DreamApply definitely has a lot of opportunities, availabilities, what we needed. So it was very easy, the whole adaptation process and the development. So like in 1 month and a half, let's go. Yeah, we managed to develop the tool for our need. And we started just before Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, to go live. And we started having the first applications in January, which was a big, as I said, revolution for us on so many aspects. But first of all, let's say that for the candidates, I just couldn't wait to ask the candidates how do they feel? What was their experience? And they were like, it's great, it's fluid, very straightforward. So for me, that was maybe the main aspect, the main thing which I wanted to check. But second of all, for us, the back office, it's really a huge facilitation because we don't have to do with files, uploading files, downloading them, renaming them, putting into, Word, PDF, etc. Everything is automatically done. We can follow the status of applicants, of their applications. And moreover, we have the journal with the newsletter, which kind of a mail that we receive in order to see what are the news. So our pedagogical committee, the academic director receives also these news and sees when she has to do the whole application analysis. So we on our side, the admissions part, we don't have to do anything more or less, which is really, before it was really time consuming. So today, it's really so easy, as I said. We are really satisfied so far. As I said, we started September in December, before Christmas, so it's not a lot of time, but eventually everything is going great. The applications are just arriving, and we're happy to see maybe in future. So as for the moment, we are just using the application platform, the application possibility on DreamApply. However, maybe we'll see in future months to come if we're going to also move to the marketing part on DreamApply.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And you've already covered a few aspects of how it has influenced your work, but I want to follow up. What do you think was the most surprising benefit of DreamApply software on your day-to-day work?
There are so many opportunities, so many possibilities on DreamApply that I think that for the moment we are using 1/4 of possibilities. So I was just when I was developing and everything, the project, I was like, oh my God, here's this. Oh my God, this is also possible. Oh, this is great. I was thinking about it, and DreamApply put it into practice. So eventually anticipating the needs of the clients. That's definitely what I can say. And again, just facilitating the whole process. And it's really a treasure of, as I said, possibilities. So maybe that was the most surprising part. Just finding the perfect product in order to which can help us, which can help the development of our program and to be just more successful.
That's music to my ears. Thank you so much for sharing that. And we often say that DreamApply is made with and for educational institutions. So the reason
Yeah.
you felt that is that so many of DreamApply's features have been developed in very close consultation with people like you. Even many of them, just the way these ideas were generated, they were requested by people like you. So we're so
Mm.
happy to hear that they resonate with our global community. Let's also talk a little bit about working with student recruitment, international student recruitment in France. What is it that you think makes it very unique? Let's say a student recruiter working with an educational institution in Italy versus France. What is most unique about working in this field in France?
Oh, wow. I would say yeah, the richness of programs, trainings that France has. France is really advanced when it comes to technology, innovation, science, possibilities, startups. So I think, yeah, France has a lot to provide to international students. Not to speak, about Paris and the 10 languages that you can hear in the streets, which is like I would say a hub and racine, like the origins for yeah, just richness of cultural diversity and promotion. So I think France is really attracting many students because the country and its educational context and system has really a lot to provide. Obviously, there are these grand écoles, the biggest, most famous universities where the competitiveness is very high. So it's very difficult to enter, join, these schools. But once you are in these schools, the path for you, the future and the professional career is much easier. So as I said, I'm in one of these grandes écoles, and I'm all day, every day, conscious about the specificity, the uniqueness, the prestige this school has, and being surrounded by again international engineers coming from different countries, also my country, Serbia. That gives me a lot of hope, but also pride that I'm here today working in this institution and let's say promoting myself the international yeah, the international diversity, and also developing in some sense the future of this school. So yeah, hopefully I replied to your question, but there are different aspects that I feel the international recruitment is I mean, it's the future.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And maybe last two questions. And again, one in the context of France. Now, given your experience with DreamApply, also the different solutions that DreamApply has for an educational institutions in an institution in France that is seeking to make their admissions and student recruitment, make the process better, streamline it. What advice would you give them? And it doesn't have to be a specific solution or feature of DreamApply, but what is something that your DreamApply related experience has taught you that you would like to share, especially with French educational institutions, to make their lives easier and improve their efficiency?
Yeah, I will just tell them not to hesitate, just to start the process, enter in contact with people like me, program advisors, who can be there for them, the first contact, the first reference for the education program, etc. And to try to apply, eventually bump into DreamApply and see how amazing it is. and just see whether the whole process conveys them, if it's something that's suitable for them, because through questions, through the application, you see also if this program is the most suitable for you. And then through all the whole selection process, the interview with the jury, etc., they can really feel, if it's the best option for them or not. But I think that the first thing to clarify is really again, the training they are searching for and the content. If the content resonates with them, if the objectives are corresponding to the advancements of career we can offer or another education can, then I would just say go for it. And yeah, as many opportunities and choices you have, the better decision you can make at the end. So just, to be open for different possibilities, opportunities, and the best version option will arrive.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And perhaps the last question, if you would have one insight for our listeners to walk away with, if there was something that you would have them remember in terms of international student recruitment and how to genuinely make it better, what would that be?
I would say really to use the tools that can facilitate their day-to-day business, to automate everything that's possible, and to put energy on where it's really needed, where AI, where no tools can help us. In that way, I think we can really organize our day-to-day business in the best possible way. So that would be my advice.
Thank you so much, Isidora. Thank you for sharing so many interesting insights. And thank you for listening. I'm Razmik Sargsyan. This is EdTech Pancakes, and we'll be back with another episode soon. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you so much.